Hello, in this tutorial I'd like to show you how to create your own custom made trouser pattern. Starting with the front blocks, you take your waist to hip measurement. My waist to hip measurement is 8. You measure that across. Your waist to knee measurement, mine is 22. The full length of my trouser here is 42. That's what we have here. And then you had 2 inches allowance. This 2 inches allowance is for you to sew and bend the hem of your trouser. So now let's connect it across. Line. In order to determine your crotch line, we are going to make use of the heel length measurement. My heel length measurement is 32 inches. So we are going to be taking the heel length measurement from the trouser length. Our heel length measurement is 32 inches. So we are taking it from the trouser length, like so. So do not make the mistake of taking this 32 from the allowance. This allowance is for sewing. We are taking it from the length of the trouser, 32 inches. So this automatically gives us the crotch line. So you connect it. At this point, I would like to mention that the first step to achieving a perfectly fitted pant is taking your measurement accurately. So please make sure to stay to the end, as I'll also show you how to take this measurement correctly. So let's move on. So on the hip line, we're going to be taking 1/2 inches on this side out. You mark out 1/2 inches. This 1/2 inch measurement is for you to be able to sew. It's sewing allowance. That's why I added it. So when you are sewing it, you're taking 1/2 inches on the side. So the hip measurement divided by 4. Whatever you get, you measure it on the waistline and you measure it on the crotch line. So now we are going to extend this crotch line by 1.5 inches. And then you connect it. Like so. So on the waistline, we'll go in by 1/2 inches. And then you connect it back to the hip line. And also at the top of your trouser, you come down by 1/2 inches. And then you connect it. On the waistline, you take the waist measurement divided by 4. Mine is 32 inches divided by 4. You're going to be taking it from this 1/2 inches. Went in by 1/2 inches here. This place will be cut out. So from here, 8 inches. So here we are going to be adding 1 inch allowance. Why? Because the sewing allowance on the waistline, we are going to be sewing 1/2 inches on this side. We are going to be sewing 1/2 inches on this side. So we are adding 1 inch on the waistline. And then you connect this to the hip line. Like so. Now to get the midpoint, you're going to put your tape rule on the crotch line. whatever you have there, you divide it into 2. So here we have 12 inches. So that means the midpoint of our trouser is 6 inches here. So we're going to take 6 inches straight down from the waist down to the bottom of the trouser. So here is how to get the midpoint of your trouser. Now we are going to be taking the round nail measurement and the ankle. The round nail measurement here is 17 inches. So the 17 inches is going to be divided into 4. (17) divided into 4. So whatever it gives you, you measure it, you take it from the midpoint on one side and then from the midpoint on the other side. While the ankle is 13 inches, you divide it into 4 as well. So you take this from the midpoint on one side, from the midpoint on the other side. So now we want to connect it all together. Moving on to the back bodies. The first thing is to place the front pattern on the black bodies. Start by taking out 1.5 inches at the top of the back pattern. So this is where we are going to place the front bodies on. Extend the crotch line at the back. Extend the midpoint to the back and then extend this crotch line like so. Take in your dart at the back. We have 1/2 inches on both sides from the midpoint. Take 1/2 inches on both sides. This is the back darts. The front does not have that, just the back. Depth of this crotch at the back. You have to measure your hip measurement divided by 4 from the midpoint of the front. You have to measure it and extend it here. So it is this point that will determine. This is the crotch depth of the back. So we are going to connect this to this point. Like so. Extend the 1/2 length at the back to the back as well. And then the length of your trouser. Take 1.5 inch from the bottom of your trouser, 1.5 inches from this front pattern, and then you connect it. So you'll be using this to join it. The side measurement of the back pattern remains the same with the front. There is no adjustment to be made here, except for the waistline, because we are taking out that of 1 inch, half inch on both sides. We are going to be taking the darts. The dart stops at 5 inches, and then you connect it. So this 1 inches we took as that is going to be added to the waist at the back. So the waist measurement is exactly 1 inches here. So we are not going to be cutting out this place. So the next thing is to connect this from this point to the waist point of the back. The back crotch so make sure to always blend in every curved sharp edges, blend it in. So that is how we determine our back pattern. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you find this video very helpful, do well to click the like button and stay subscribed to our channel. Let me show you how to take the measurement accurately.